Just now in the meditation, um, I was looking at this, the, there was a background pain, and I was looking at it closely. It's something like, it wasn't that intense. So there are days when it's more intense, but it's like, it was cold and it's like deep. And I know when it's more intense, many times it's like mixed with fear. When it's more intense, sometimes I escape it. And I was doing what you said, like what needs to drop for there to be okayness with this, huh?
Yeah.
And what came was knowing, like knowing how should it be, and also, yeah, basically like all expectation of anything being in any particular way. It's I would have to drop the even the expectation of there not being eternal pain in a sense, because I don't know how much it can last.
It's probably eternal, yeah.
Well, but that's how it feels. It feels like for me to be okay with this, I have to be okay with it lasting for years, and that's eternal in my mind. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to me to feel the okayness when that is there.
Mhm.
But the exploration was interesting. At least it showed me a bit. Hmm.
Yeah, I think you got it right on. That's the kind of thing to see. You described it very much how I would expect it to be described. For any particular person, it's not like for every person the way you described it applies, but that is one very valid version.
Hmm.
And coming to that sense of, well, if this doesn't change in a reasonable amount of time, I'm not going to be okay. So that's the sense of it. The eternal aspect, I was joking about that, but the sense that it's way longer than what I will be okay with.
Hmm.
That And so one way to kind of work with that as an antidote is keep asking yourself that question. Can you be okay with that if it never changes? And what would you need in order to be okay with that in case it, or not even in case, in a life or a universe where that never changes? That's It's the only way to fully relate to it.
I yeah, I don't know if yeah, I can't imagine being fully okay with it.
The thing is, the question, what would I need in order to be able to accept this, be okay with this, and it never changes. So the direction there is an active engagement. What would be needed? And not a deciding, can I or can I not? The experience, I cannot. You can recognize the experience, I cannot be okay with this. And then what would be needed?
What would be needed for me to be okay with this?
under
That's the
the
question.
under the condition that it never changes, under the situation or the life, the universe where this never changes, it never goes away.
But uh, is there? I I can't think of an answer to.
Yeah, and I don't think it's coming from, what I'm asking is not coming from a thinking about it.
Mm.
Because what I think you touched there, well, I will ask you, is that something you're familiar with, that sensation, that feeling?
Well, I'm not sure. I it's kind of a bit familiar since I'm in grief, but it looks very mysterious and deeper than other pains I've known. Mm.
The only way out of this is through it. And the only way really to go through it is into it. And any sense of this, any sense of a hope or a energy placed in time, this, when this will be gone, is a pushing away, is the opposite of going into it and going through it.
Yeah,
And so to meet that in the timeless, where this could be there forever, with no expectation or energy in this resolving, leaving, changing.
the thing also even contemplating that brings up fear because
Mm-hmm.
it's something I feel makes me dysfunctional, and the fear comes in. Well, you're gonna be dysfunctional all your life. Like if you contemplate this being here and never go away.
Yeah, I understand. Those are thoughts and there's fears, and same with the fear. The fear is basically is trying to create rationalizations for you to pull away from that. That's all it is. It's trying to give you a rational reason in order for you to keep doing what you've been doing.
Mm.
And in fact, there's a hypothesis that you are going to be more functional, and that dysfunction is the avoiding of this.
Mm. But also the idea of going through it, to me, it implies going, it brings like the future. It is go through it in order to.
Into it, into it.
Right.
Yeah, I am bringing. I when I mentioned that there is the carrot of you can go through it and it can end, but for this, it's into it, intimacy. The savoring of it, the tasting of it directly. And there's a lot of the expectation that it's going to change and go away. And what I'm doing is for that reason. It's a pushing. It's a it's an absence of a direct relationship and an intimacy.
Yeah.
It's like trying to taste a lemon, and when you're tasting it, all of your energy is in the intention of this is going to stop and I'm going to take this out of my mouth and then it's all going to be okay. And all of the energy is in that and not in the actual tasting of it. So then you can't really fully taste it.
Mm. And it appears when it appears, and like,
Yeah.
it's not like create a strategy to
No.
start doing it more like a routine or something.
No, just as I said in the meditation, whenever there's a sense of something is missing, there it is for it to be tasted. And if it gets very intense and it's of a different or a specific kind, which is the one you're describing now, then that's where you taste.
Mm.
But at any moment, there's a sense of a lack of a deep satisfaction, not related to circumstances. Whenever that's absent, what's actually there is the presence of a sense of something missing, of a sense of something not being okay.
Mm. I can see, I think it's very related to this feeling, the sense of not
Yeah.
being okay.
Yeah. That pain is created by an illusion. You have to taste it fully to uncover that.
Hmm.
It's like the secret is inside of the thing. It's like a secret message inside of a bittersweet chocolate.
Looks more like inside of a pool of lava or something.
Very hot chocolate.
Sometimes. Well, thanks.
You're welcome, Julian.